welcome everyone. Today I'm so happy to have a guest like Shaun Gold here, a serial entrepreneur, speaker, advisor, and best-selling author. Welcome, Shaun.
Thanks for having me. What a great introduction. I'm glad you enunciated on all that stuff. It sounds impressive.
Glad to have you here. Do you want to tell us a little bit more details about your background and all the things I just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, we can try. It's a lot. Um, yeah, essentially, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. The result of A, wanting stuff, which you need money for, and B, nobody ever wanted to hire me. Joke's on them. So yeah, I've done a lot of different things. I've worked with probably over 50 startups now.
Yeah.
I'm a partner in a small fund. I've guest lectured at over a dozen universities. I've written
Hmm.
4 books. 2 of them are Amazon bestsellers. Um, yeah, I mean, worked in a variety of verticals: entertainment, technology, finance, content. Yeah, I've done a lot, and I know what you must be thinking. One day, one of those things will work out, and I appreciate it. I think it will too. We'll find one of those things to work out one day.
That sounds good. With that being said, that's basically you're a true polymath, is it?
Correct.
So,
Correct.
do you enjoy all those fields, or is it just you trying to figure it out and see what's the best, the most profitable one?
So it's interesting because you know there's a debate between do you follow your passion or do you not follow your passion. And to me, it's been about I like doing things that are fun that don't feel like work. If
Yeah.
it feels like work, I don't want to do it. Nobody
Hmm.
wants to do it. It's work. That's why it has such a bad rep. But if it's something that like I enjoy doing and it's fun, then I'm gonna do it. And I've always been naturally curious, and I don't like to be limited by what people say I can and cannot do, or what I should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I want to focus on something that I think is cool. I want to focus on something that if it makes money, great. If not, I'll learn something, I'll have fun. I feel like just people don't have fun with their work anymore. I feel like
Yeah.
there's work they don't like, and your work is going to take up a lot of your time.
Hmm.
So you might as well enjoy it and look forward to it and get excited about it and really be involved with it instead of just, showing up, going through the motions, doing what needs to be done and then leaving.
Yeah.
So for me, again, like, not everything has been profitable, not everything has made money.
Hmm.
Some things have actually lost money.
Okay.
It's fine though, because I don't look at the time wasted doing them because I enjoy doing it.
Hmm. What would you recommend as the most profitable option out of all the things you do?
It's hard to pick just one because I'm involved in so many different things.
Yeah.
From I mean, I do a lot of startup work as far as like investor prep, as far as pitch decks, as far as content creation, writing curriculums, ghostwriting. I mean, there's a bunch of different things. It just
Yeah.
really depends. At the end of the day, it all comes together in a bank account.
Yeah.
You pull from all these different sources. And a lot of people want to focus on one thing, which is fine. It just, in this day and age, focusing on one thing, that one thing, depending what it could be obsolete the next day due to a technological change, due to AI, coming out. I mean,
True.
OpenAI could release the new AI for hamburgers tomorrow, and then you're done. Like if that's
Yeah.
what you do. So you really need to be flexible as
Hmm.
far as your approach, as far as your approach to what it is you want to do, and you can't stay tied to one vertical. You want to
Yeah.
explore and gain as much knowledge and have a unique skill set, because the future is going to belong to people that have a very wide array of skills and a unique background and can put those skills together in a unique way that no one else can.
Yeah.
So that's what I always recommend everyone. It's like, listen, don't just if you're gonna code, fine, but learn how to sell, learn how to market. If you're gonna, know how to market, learn how to actually be a writer, learn how to create good content that you can actually sell and pitch yourself. And if you don't really like doing those other things, then you need to learn how to find the right candidate that you can hire to help you. Because that's another skill, is just understanding people and archetypes and personalities. So, we all need a lot of skills. We can't just devolve into, chat GPT, do this for me, because it's not going to, it can do everything except pay your rent and your bills and pay for your vacations and everything. So people really need to come to that realization.
I see. That makes complete sense. So, some people might say that if you want to grow something that's going to be big, AI aside now, you have to focus on one thing so you can give all your energy into it and then see it grow huge, massively. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but at the same time, again, it's like you have to really focus on one, what's the vertical? What's the industry? What are the threats?
Yeah.
Like, you really need to understand the viability of it before you put all your eggs in one basket. Because some people can take a hit financially, with their time, with their mental state, and get back up and go again. A lot of people can't, because they tie what they're doing with their personal self-worth. So with that being the case, if they have a major failure, they're broken. So you have to be able to, if you're going to go all in, it's always good to have a back door and a contingency plan, and the ability to, if it doesn't work out, to be able to still make revenue and focus and pivot to something else. I mean, not everything works out. Twitter started off as a podcast platform. I mean, that's what it was. It was audio. It was a platform. It was a platform for podcasts when Apple released their own platform in iTunes that caused them to come up with, we need a new idea because we've raised money and podcasts are not our future and we need to figure it out. And it was during a brainstorming session with their staff that they came up with, this concept of letting people know your status updates, and it became Twitter. So, you need to be able to pivot. You need to be able to, not be married to an idea. You need to be able to, yes, have a strong vision, but it needs to be a flexible vision.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Many entrepreneurs in previous episodes mentioned the word pivot. So it's, instead of you sticking on one idea, ride or die, just pivot and go to analyze your board, analyze the chessboard, and make the best possible choice with what you have. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's no pride in dying on a hill of something that no one's ever going to use. It happens all the time. There's nothing to be proud of saying I knew that DVDs weren't the future, which is why I stuck with laser discs. Like, again, it's like sticking to something that isn't working. And yes, you need to be stubborn to be successful. Yes, you need to be stubborn to take the hits. But at the same time, you also need to be able to have this flexibility to switch to something else, because it's the pivot that could actually open the door that you're looking to open and get you that success that you're looking to have. It happens to the best of us. It's nothing to be ashamed of to just switch. I just feel like in this day and age, people spend all their time on social media talking up what they're doing. And then when they have to talk up something new, they're worried about what the people that are following them are going to think. And the people that are following them probably don't care, because they're following a bunch of other people. They're not just following you. They're following probably hundreds or even thousands of other accounts that are more interesting, not because of what you're working on, but it's going to be hard to compete, on the social media feed with Ronaldo or Elon Musk, 100%. Let me run through and comment. I'm following you, So I feel like entrepreneurship is an experiment, and the more experiments you make, the better.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So in terms of getting that and experimenting, is multitasking something that you would recommend in terms of experimenting and doing all those things in entrepreneurship?
Yes, if you have experience multitasking, or if you're capable of it. People aren't capable of a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not talking complex things. I'm talking having a Slack window open while you're getting a WhatsApp text, while your email notifications going on. That
on a Zoom
meeting.
Enough.
I mean, a lot of people can't do that. So, Yeah, as long as you don't get tripped up. I mean, it's like, here's the thing. You're going to need to be able to multitask if you're going to want to be an entrepreneur, because your revenues are going to be based on numbers. You are going to
Yeah,
need to be able to handle a dozen clients, 2 dozen clients, 100 clients. You're going to be able to need to hire people so that they can handle the clients while you focus on other things. So
true.
it's you have to be able to, to multitask, and you have to be able to essentially multitask your life and your schedule. You have to be able to know, like, all right, this time block I'm doing this time block I'm not. A lot of people don't
Mm.
have that. A lot of people have the either I'm going to stop working at this time, or I'm tired, I'm not going to get back to my customers, or I'm not going to do this and nothing gets done. Or it's the kind that are the opposite side of the spectrum, that are going to be, no sleep till I'll sleep when I'm dead, which if they don't sleep is going to be like Wednesday. Like it's so it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it doesn't work. I mean, you have to kind of figure
Mhm.
figure it out and find the right way that it works for you. There's no right way for everyone. It's just that
Mhm.
you're going to need to be able to juggle a lot of things, especially when you're starting out, because you're going to have to, be the head of marketing, the head of technology, the head of sales, the head of content. You're going to have to do everything.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really strong team, it's you that's going to have to set the standard. So again, it sounds cool on LinkedIn, CEO, founder. It's not so cool in real life. Yeah, it's you have to have the right
True.
mentality for it.
100%. I agree with that. There is a bonus section. Let's get into it. So in there, I'll say a word or a phrase, and you have to reply with the first thought that comes to your
Ooh,
mind.
lightning round. Okay, all right. So first thing that applies
Ready?
to let's do this. Start the bonus round.
Let's see. First word, polymath.
Me,
Good. Best-selling author.
me. Oh, these are easy. Those are some hard ones.
Daily growth.
I would say sort of.
Sort
Okay,
of.
go ahead.
Mhm.
I thought of a plant that came to my mind. I was like, daily growth.
All
I
right.
know we're thinking about personal growth. I thought of like a plant, but okay, sort. So, all right,
Okay,
I'm changing mentality.
that's
Let's go.
interesting. Yeah, we'll get back to it in a
Yeah,
sec. Work-life balance.
negative.
Mhm. Top tier businessman.
Always.
AI business or people business?
People.
Why people?
Um, Man is infinitely more complex than the
Mm-hmm.
machine for
True.
now. But I feel
Yeah.
like there is going to be, especially with the rise of AI influencers, AI girlfriends, AI boyfriends, AI friends, there is going to need to be a genuine human connection where you
Yeah.
actually talk face to face with someone, and not an
Mm.
avatar of an algorithm. Um, People are social creatures, and the more experience you have with people and knowing how to deal with people, the better off you'll be to deal with the daily changes of fortune, not as an entrepreneur, but just as a human being.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. So
Mhm.
work-life balance, you mentioned negative.
Mhm.
You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, I said earlier, you need to be able to have like blocks of time. But at the
Yeah.
same time, the people say, okay, well, I'm just going to work for 5 hours today and then go to the beach or whatever. The thing is, you don't really have that kind of option as an entrepreneur. You have to always
Mm.
be on if you want to be successful. If you really want to get to the point, once you have it on cruise control, which
Mm.
takes a while to get to, yeah, you
Yeah.
can balance it out. But if you're starting off, with this whole notion that, say you're working a full-time job, but you want to be an entrepreneur to work for yourself and have more free time, it's an illusion. You're going to be working
Mm.
twice as hard for no money or less money, and you're not going to have work-life balance because you have to give it your all.
So let's see. Back to daily growth. You said sort
Mhm.
of.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
because here's the thing. I think of a plant when we talk about daily growth because, nature grows solutions to her own problems, you
Yeah.
know? And I feel like for you, you have to kind of, for not you, but as an individual, for daily growth, there's been this whole kind of sham industry that is only supported by social media, where every single person is a daily growth guru. Everybody is telling you to get 1% better and read this or do that. And it becomes something where it's kind of, foolish. If you want daily growth, all you have to do is just keep working at what you're working at. Okay. You don't need to go on a paid retreat. You don't need to go to a paid seminar. You don't need to read the 50,000 books they recommend. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to give yourself 3 hours extra of time when the world's sleeping. You have an edge. You don't have to eat a whole fried chicken for breakfast after doing 2 hours of yoga while listening to audiobooks on tape at 5 times speed. Like, again, it's kind of become like a toxic daily growth thing. Daily growth is a result of like, okay, I'm doing this now, and then 6 months later, I'm smarter, I'm faster, I'm healthier, I'm just better equipped to deal with the situations I'm dealing with. It's not the result of, I'm gonna have to watch 50,000 TikToks on daily growth, and they're all gonna be one moron trying to talk over another one, and it becomes like stressful. I feel like the best daily growth you can have is, this is what my goal is. I'm gonna make sure that I exercise today, whether it's taking a walk or working out, but I'm gonna hammer my goal. And then there's something else I want to achieve that's minor. Like, for instance, I want to be able to overcome, this annoying neighbor. I want to something small that's only unique to you. I consider that more daily growth than being like, today we are going to discuss why you need 6.5 hours of yoga and what it's going to do to your body. Like, again, no one's got the time. We're trying to hustle over here.
Yeah. Well said. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Right. Any last words from Shaun Gold before we close the pod?
I'm Shaun Gold, and for as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. You can use that.
I think I found the thumbnail title as well.
Yeah, there you go.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Shaun, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And that was Shaun Gold, ladies and gentlemen.